But yeah, dude, one time too, like we used to go to Titans.
Okay, yep.
And it used to be close to
Main
Sport
Street.
Experts.
Yep.
And that's where we would be. And we would be there until midnight. Like the guy would extend the hours because we would pay so much. And then he actually make little tournaments for us.
Okay, yeah.
And whoever wins have an extension for an hour.
Nice.
Right? And then so we would be there. And then one time we were out there. And me and my friend went out for a little smoke. Not weed, but just cigarette. And this bunch of fucking First Nation kids is out in downtown. And
Okay.
he shoved one of my, and they went walking past us and shoved my friend that I was with. So we went inside and I gathered up the boys. I was like, hey man, somebody just shoved him, you know, and everybody's got up right away. And then, dude, it was like a rumble in the Main Street area. And everybody scattered to our own different way when we heard sirens of the police. It was like that. I was like, holy fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Thinking about it, it was so fun. But during that day though, I was like I was taking a higher road. I was like stopping my friends from getting engaged to fight. You know, I wasn't in the mood to get into it, you know? So I was the one of the guys that was stopping it. And then we heard the sirens and then we just all fucking scattered in our own way. You know, like that. And most of the kids, like when they first came here, most of the kids I would fight was the First Nation kids, man. Because they're like out there too.
Yeah.
And they're also looking for fights. You know what I mean? So it's like that. We would meet up to the Vanier soccer field.
Yep.
And that's where the fights would happen most of the times. And yeah, had great memories in there. And no, something you wouldn't want to do nowadays, especially.
No.
It's not even
getting caught after too. Like,
yeah. Then would be okay because you're a kid, right?
You're a kid, yeah.
There's not much repercussion. If you do it now, fuck, you lose your livelihood and your reputation.
Yeah.
Your job, everything. It was fun being a kid. Just being
getting away with doing that, I bet.
Yeah, man. It's just at least I enjoyed it. At least I took advantage of my privileges as a kid.
Yeah.
And yeah. I remember having to be chased by my dad here because I would always sneak out of the house as a teenager and go to my friends and would do some stupid shit. And one time he actually noticed that I wasn't on the couch because I used to sleep in the couch.
Yeah.
And I just fucking make a human figure underneath the pillow. So that whenever he comes up to use the washroom, he would think I'm just underneath the blanket. And then one time he actually checked. I wasn't there. And then fuck man, they were chasing me all throughout the morning. And I was running away. Because they actually went to the house that I was in. And then I heard them coming in. So I started running. And then they was just going out for me. And then I hide somewhere in the school, you know. And then I finally, you know, told them where I was. And my dad was just worried about me being like into drugs and all that. But really I wasn't. I was just, you know,
just getting out.
Just getting out. I like the thrill, man. I like hiding out from my parents and then being all secretive, like I'm on a mission not to get caught. You know, you gotta plan it. You gotta plan it, and then you gotta make sure all the lights are turned off. Make sure the door doesn't creak as loud.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the thrill. It's like holy fuck, that's fun.
I used to do that to sneak out and smoke weed.
Yeah, but then the difference is I used to not smoke weed.
Right.
That's the thing. But that was a fun, right? That was being a kid. So I would understand if my kid do that in the future. But then I would be like, but to make it fun for them, I'd be mad about it. You know what I mean? So that they know they get the thrill. Because if I allow it, what's the fun of it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's like with my mom. Like my mom, I was even kicked out a couple times living with my mom when she lived downtown on Crow Street there. Like near where we are now actually. But same thing, like but the thing is, I would just tell her, like, oh, hey, I'm going. It's like 10 p.m. when it's like bedtime. I'm like, hey, I'm going out to this person's house. She'd be like, okay. I'd walk all the way here to Takini from near, actually close to where I live, like across the road from where I live.
Down.
And I would just walk all the way here to Takini. Usually it was to meet with a girl.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm going to this guy's house. And then I'd actually go and hang out with a girl. That was always what I did.
Right. Nice.
And we'd like bike around town or, you know, do whatever.
Right.
Get it up to shit. Nothing illegal.
The bike's still there.
Free bike.
It's been here. fuck?
How would you leave a bike here?
I don't even know, dude. And to have it be left like that,
I
standing.
think somebody like found it and then maybe set it up by the trail.
Perhaps.
Take it, spray paint it.
Yeah.
It's ours now.
Yeah. Okay. Put your name on it.
Yeah.
Put a
Is that
serial
car
number
running?
on it. What's
Oh
that?
no. I was gonna say, is that car running? No, they're not. It's just my headlights reflecting.
Oh, there's a car here running.
Oh yeah.
Perfect timing. Hopefully they didn't do anything stupid here where cops will be coming over.
Yeah. They just like banged in their car, and then we're gonna go hang out there.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad spot, man.
No.
I can't say I'm not guilty of it. But...
Here? I've never banged here.
What's that?
I've never banged here.
No, it's actually nice. It's actually nice. You see the city lights, bro? You know what I mean?
It's beautiful. Been up like other places, but
yeah. Here's pretty okay. It's good. Nice city lights. You wanna go outside and take a little cigarette break?
give me a sec. I'm turning all the lights off. Wow, when I turn the lights off, that's as dim as it'll go. Like you see all the interior lights, how bright as fuck they are.
Yeah. Can you adjust the lights?
When I go like this, they go down.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
I think my corner lights are on like this though. Yeah. My headlights are on, but my corner and my back lights are on.
Nice.
I want no lights on, to be honest.
I'm wondering how many people will reach this conversation
No fucking clue.
and how far ahead in the future
We have to talk about
they be listening?
controversial topics. Abortion.
to be in a radio.
What's your opinion on abortion?
Okay, let's do it. What's your opinion of fucking
Oh, 1 second. I forgot something important.
no, the lighter. And that thing that's gonna be lit.
That's right.
Man, this is where I would go every break for school.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is where I go. I walk here and down there. Like I walk and I sprint uphill.
Oh, fuck yeah. So that's what I caught you doing that one day?
What?
When I met you over here? Or earlier when you were doing criminology?
No, during our carpentry class.
Oh,
you caught
okay.
me out here?
Yeah, remember one time I like followed you out here?
Did you?
Yeah, we like talked, we like walked a little bit.
No.
Yeah, we literally did. It wasn't even that long ago.
No.
It was
Dude,
like
we walked here at the same time.
no, like you were a little bit ahead of me. I was like, yo, Roswell, and we like walked over here talking.
Yeah.
At, like lunch break or something.
Yeah, and we talked all throughout here.
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
Yeah. No,
Is that
no.
what I caught you doing
No.
though? That you were going to go do that? Oh.
No, I wasn't doing that then. That's I think right after that, like the next few days after that, that's when I decided to do it. Because sometimes I'll be sleeping in the class.
Oh,
You know, just
yeah,
with
fuck.
the teaching
Okay,
and all that.
I'm gonna piss. I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead, bro.
I'm gonna interrupt you and piss. What truck is that?
The one we saw from the intersection over there
Yeah?
with the sand at the back of it.
I've seen a few of them. Like when we went up Grey Mountain earlier.
Yeah.
I saw multiple. Even right now, if you look straight downtown.
Yeah.
You see flashing orange and blue.
Yeah. Over there.
That's another one.
Yeah, there's one over there that just drove by from here. So it was the same truck,
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Cleaning the streets. That's a kind of. If I were to get a government job, that would be a job I'd like to do. Just
Overnight?
Be on call, snow removal with
Yeah.
trucks like that.
Yeah.
Oh, holy crap. Now that wind is just a little chilly.
I like it. It keeps me awake.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it does do that. Paranoid about the cop down there.
Where? Oh yeah.
Down that housing area.
Did they light up or no?
No.
Huh?
But they were facing us for quite a while. Like they were driving towards us, and then, like slowed down. So I was like, if there's any time they're gonna see us, it's right now.
No.
I'm thinking like if they fucking drive, if we see them drive up here,
I don't think they have any reason to pull us over unless we're breaking any law.
yeah, I just feel like I don't know. I don't think anyone in Whitehorse is like trigger happy necessarily in terms of that.
Yeah.
Like they'll want to just pull people over and
Yeah.
pull their leg. I feel like Whitehorse is pretty understaffed.
Yeah.
So they're pretty busy and they don't want to waste their time on insignificant stuff.
Sure. Yes, I believe the same thing. So
But you
unless
never fucking know. Like I said, I've been pulled over before for some random fucking shit.
Yeah.
Like not even like the truck that they were after passed me.
Sure, yeah, me too actually.
But like,
yeah,
it would suck to like, because I had weed in the vehicle at the time. Like I'm pretty sure I had a joint in the cup holder, like right there, like in a cup ashtray.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I had a joint right there when I got pulled over. And the guy got to the window and he's like, "Oh, well, license registration, please." And I'm like, "Oh, what's going on? Like, what's up?" He's like, "Oh, I don't think you're who we're after."
Yeah.
But we saw your truck parked where it was parked in the Walmart parking lot.
Yeah.
And what I did that was suspicious to them was, or maybe not, I don't know, but literally, like, I drove to Walmart, I parked, and what I did is I parked with my buddy at the entrance to let him out, and I went and parked to the back, then I texted him about where I was.
Yeah.
And then I noticed after a little bit, we were just sitting there, and then I noticed directly, like I was parked, I did princess parking where I pull through both spots, I'm facing out, I just have to drive forward to get out of the parking spot, and eventually, like, across, not the lane, like, car facing I'm right at, but there's sparse cars, not very many in that area right in front of me. The next row over was a cop parking the exact spot facing me.
Okay.
And I could see their corner lights were on, like it was running, but the headlights weren't.
Yeah.
It was dark, and I could see the light bar on top.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's a fucking cop.
Yeah.
And then eventually, I literally saw a cop drive in front of me, like right in front of me. It was the SWAT truck. The tinted,
the
undercover white truck. Yeah. And they drove by me really slowly, and then they went and parked directly behind me in the row behind me, like not touching me right behind me, but the next row over.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's weird. Whatever. Like, I don't even care, because I just dropped my buddy off, who was my roommate at the time.
Yeah.
To grab groceries for himself, and I went and parked. And then I totally didn't think anything of it. I just forgot. My buddy came walking out, put the groceries in the back, and he jumped in. And then I just pulled out like normal, and I went to Canadian Tire. And then what I did is when I turned out onto 2 Mile from Canadian Tire, another truck, a black truck for the same type, year, make, and model of truck, black. Mine was green with a lot of rust. It was dark, so it makes sense that they mistook it for me. But I just putted. I wasn't speeding. I was just calmly driving. Like, it was like late, like 9:30 or so. As late as they're open, it was close to closing.
Yeah.
And I'm going up 2 Mile, and right when I turned, a truck came pretty quickly behind me and turned at like the same time as me.
Yeah.
And they went in the far lane and passed us and went up the hill. And I was like, oh, asshole, whatever. And then I'm just putting up 2 Mile. I'm right about where Integra Tire is. I was going like 40 or 50. Like, I really wasn't in any rush at all. And I see like 3 cops rolling up behind me with their lights on, all 3 of them. And I'm like, what the hell? So I pull over, like, the number of cars there probably blocked the exit or entrance from Integra. I was like, oh, fuck, like, that was a lot of cops. I should just stop.
Was it with the same truck or different?
Not this truck. It was a green 1998 Dodge Ram. Okay. 1500. A lot of rust on the back, and it was a green, like dark forest green color. But a black one, the same year, make, and model, drove by.
Right.
And yeah, they pulled me over because I guess the dark green looks like black in the dark.
Sure.
But I literally had a joint in an ashtray in my cup right there when he was at the window talking to me. It wasn't lit that day even. You know, like, we didn't smoke it, but it was there. That's super illegal, and I don't even think it was legal at the time.
Yeah, fuck.
So I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
And he just was super confused when he got to the window. So I opened the window. My dog was super excited and was like looking through here, and he's like, oh, hey, puppy dog. He's like, oh, at first he's like, oh, weird. Like, concerned, like, we just got the wrong person or something like that, you know? I didn't know. I just, like, something weird. So I asked him, I give him my ID and stuff and registration. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, oh, well, I think you're not who we're looking for. He's like, did you see another truck like yours drive by? And I was like, now that you mention it, yeah. Like, when I left the parking lot, he passed me. Right. But I, like, didn't think anything. It wasn't dangerous or anything. I was just like, whatever, just accelerated faster than me out of there. But he turned at the same time. That was the only thing that was weird.
But did the cop eventually notice the joint?
No.
No? Oh, that's good.
I think just him being disoriented, like, what?
Yeah, that's good.
Not who we're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was like, yeah, like there's some drug dealing happening in the parking lot. I think he said something like that. we were watching this truck for a while, and I guess at some point we got confused with your truck.
Yeah.
We both left at the same fucking time, pretty much. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
But the fact that I saw multiple and I didn't even think anything of it,
yeah.
like, oh, they're stalking me out right now.
Yeah.
Like afterward, I was like, whoa, damn.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe like I even thought about smoking a joint at the time.
They've been stalking you, yeah.
Yeah, like I was being stalked in the parking lot by 3. And when I got pulled over, 2 were behind me and 1 cut me off in front of me.
Yeah.
You know, like I was like, whoa, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then 1 from behind got out and came to my window.
Mm.
And then after a few minutes, the one in front of me drove away. And it was me with 2 cars behind me.
Yeah.
And like occasionally people drive by too.
Yeah.
Like, look, what the fuck does this guy do? You know?
Yeah.
I was there for like maybe 5 or 10 minutes. And then eventually the cop like gave me back my information. And gave me back my information. He's like, all right, well, I think he said have a safe night. But then he stood right by the window, like writing stuff down.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, am I allowed to go? He's like, oh yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Wipe the sweat off my forehead.
Yeah.
And then after I was like, oh shit, I had a joint right there.
Yeah.
Like
that would have been fucked. Especially back then too.
Yeah, that would have been.
I had that happen to me, being mistakenly identified.
But, yeah.
But this was weird, man, because I was coming out of my house at the back side of my house. I don't know if you ever been that way.
The alleyway, yeah.
The alleyway, yes. And so I was coming out of there with my old SUV, the 2005 GMC Envoy. And so I was coming out of there and then entering the street, right, the road. And then as I was coming out the alleyway, undercover police came in through the alleyway, you know, coming in from the streets as I was going out. And all of a sudden, as soon as we passed each other, he turns his sirens lights on.
The lights, yeah.
So right after I pulled out in the streets, I just pulled over to the right side, right, and then he came back over, and then you know he basically he didn't tell me he misidentified me, but he just said, "You're not supposed to have your plate number covered with this," because I used to have a plastic cover, like kind of like a smoked.
Of course, they'll just grab you for whatever.
Yeah, and then so I had that for my plate number cover, and he basically he just told me to not have it in my vehicle because it's not allowed.
He probably misidentified you and then saw something wrong with your vehicle.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I probably because he saw my vehicle initially at the front end of my vehicle. So, and when he turned on his sirens, he was just beside me. He wasn't at the back behind me yet. You know what I mean? So it was weird how he used that as an excuse, you know, and not tell me he misidentified me. You know, because I was fucked up by it. I'm like, so how the fuck were you having your sirens on while you're still beside me and, you know, not behind me, not having to see my plate number, my plate cover yet?
There's a chance he was looking for your vehicle.
Yeah, I think that was the case.
Ticket at night.
Yeah,
but
that was the case. That was the conclusion I came up with. Is he misidentified me, and because I just had it recently bought that vehicle then, so the old owner probably had some history with the cops with this vehicle. You know what I mean? That's why it's so hot in their eyes.
Yeah, could be too. Like if businesses nearby have cameras and they see people that maybe just stole something walking up your alleyway.
Yeah,
they might have been already taking a look at your alley regularly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah, that house of ours used to be a drug den.
Right.
Yeah.
Does it smell like drugs in there?
No, not anymore.
Not anymore
because they actually cleaned it before we moved in.
Oh, I see.
So that was a
Was there a bust there?
Huh?
Was there a bust there?
There's been a bunch. There's been we used to live just right next door to it.
Oh, I see.
We were renting a basement there.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, so we always used to see cops going into that house that we're in now. You know, it needs to be completely different. It was owned by a drug dealer.
Right.
Because like when we moved in, the first few months, there'd be people knocking and looking for Cooper. Cooper was the name they were looking for.
You told me that.
Yeah. And I had to fucking yell at people in the middle of the night, you know, just for knocking, just so that they would tell their friends not to come over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's fucked, man. That place is fucked. Like we gotta move out of there. Besides safety reasons, in regards to that matter, it's also the health factor in the house. The house is not very well maintained. You know, it's not very well insulated. It gets cold really quickly. The heater doesn't work as good, and then I feel, and when you go to the crawl space, it's like they don't have the proper build. You know, they don't have it properly sealed as how we do now. Insulated and polyed. You know, so just the exposure of the the radons and asbestos. I think it's apparent in our house.
Oh,
you know, because like that. I think that's why Erica keeps getting sick. You know, with her thing. Because every time I go home, I notice from when I was in Carmack still, like every time I go home, I would have a cold for the time that I'm here in Whitehorse. But then every time I go back to Carmack's, I'd be back being healthy.
Normal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's what I noticed. So that house is fucked. You know, both.
Gotta get some like air purifiers and stuff.
We have
dehumidifier as well.
Dehumidifier is what we have. And yeah, man, it's not safe. And I would see actually some molds, like once in a while, yeah. And it's fucked. So it's like I'm in a state where I need to fucking have my family move out of there. That's the only thing that keeps me, you know, like that's the goal, is to get them out of there, buy a nice house, a house that I could actually afford. You know, so if I want to buy, if I want a nice house, then I better be making good money. You know, so this is where I'm at. This is my situation. Is that, and at the same time, the side of me also wants to compete for boxing. So it's like I had to sacrifice one, right? Because
you don't have to 100% sacrifice one.
No, because if I want to compete, I have to commit to it.
Yeah, but you can still train.
Yeah, but if I train, then it's not going to be in a competition level. You know what I mean? And if you
could find a more serious fighter.
What's that?
You could find a more serious fighter that will train you in their training for competition.
Yeah, but then if I do that, then I sacrifice a little bit for my schooling now and all that.
Building your career.
Yeah, exactly. Where I could be using that time to be better with carpentry, where I could move my family out of there in a much shorter amount of time.
Right.
So that's where I am at right now. So I have to think about my life a little bit more. You know, kind of have it all planned out.
More structured.
That,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
working towards that kind of goal.
Yeah, like the following stuff I'll need. You know, because I currently have a structure that I follow, where I kind of play around with, but then I need to plan ahead, and because everything changes, you can't keep this same structure as you have now for the next 5 years, because lots of things change in 5 years.
Especially if you want stuff to change.
Yeah, exactly.
If you want things to stay the same, you can do a good job at maintaining
what you're doing right now. Yeah. Exactly. But
like personally, like I feel like, well, how much? I've done the math before, but it's like how much. Where did my cell? Oh, there it is. Like how much will a what's it called? House, like a decent house, $500,000.
Yeah. Oh, around here, Whitehorse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a decent house, 3-bedroom, pretty meh otherwise.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6. Divided by, I think you can do 30-year mortgages. Or how much you'd pay per year.
Sure.
$100K per year. Right? Oh no, what am I doing? I typed in 3 million. 500,000 divided by 30 years. 16,666 per year. Divided by 12, 1388 per month. Divided by 2, your payment bi-weekly would be $694. So really not much more than I'm paying now for my trailer.
Right.
It's also over longer years. Like my trailer mortgage is 17 years. So
yeah.
Like half, close to half.
Yeah.
So I'm paying more, and it's less years and less total value in the end. But $694 per month, and then the banks will look at your overall household income, and they will calculate $694 per month. Like how much of a percentage of your wage is that?
Yeah.
You know, like can you afford an extra double this left over? So then they'll approve it for you. But if you're like just able to afford it, even if you can provide a down payment and you have good credit, there's a chance they might not approve you
for mortgage
because of your wage, your household income.
That's true. Yeah, I can confirmly say I need a higher paying job if I want to live the life I want to live in the next 5 years. You know what I mean? That's the goal. And
Well, Wayne usually starts his journeyman at 50 an hour.
yeah,
So I have a feeling we'll be making that by the time.
yeah.
Like
just
Wayne
good.
wrote on my application for the apprenticeship that I make 40 per hour.
Right.
And then with them saying that I make, like, because he wrote it down on the thing, I make 40 per hour, even though I don't, I make 34.
Right.
It was like, at the thing, they're saying they must give you a 5% increase.
Yeah.
So I'm like, am I getting 40 per hour plus 5%? Because he wrote it down on my application to make 40. But I don't, I make 34. But I'm thinking, I'm like, huh, maybe he just assumed I was already making 40. Maybe I'll just get that.
Yeah.
So like thinking, how fucking nice would that be? But then the other thing too is like, after we've done the school, we're going to be expected to perform now in terms of looking at the plans before we start building.
Yeah.
And helping do math.
Yes.
Because that's what Mike does a lot before a job. He'll spend like 2 weeks straight looking at every blueprint.
Yeah.
Looking for any problems, list materials for every single thing.
Mm-hmm.
That might be part of our job now to help do that.
Sure. That'd be great. Yeah.
But it's more responsibility.
Yeah.
Well, Wayne will do it for sure. And then Mike does it as well. And then they cross-reference each other's notes.
Yeah.
Kind of like as a error.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good.
When we go back, that'll be more responsibility. And then also maybe being in charge of directing other people for what they're doing.
Yeah. Hopefully they have more job for us once we
go back. I heard a few people got laid off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who? Like who?
Well, I know Dwayne did, but I know Dwayne didn't have a great history with them.
Yeah.
All the time he had to miss just randomly.
Yeah.
And how he would just kind of no-show and then not tell anybody about it.
Yeah.
Like, so it's not that hard for him to text Wayne, hey, I'm sick, or hey, my mom, because the one day I was with him ready to leave to go to CarMax, and his mom was being driven in by ambulance from Teslin. So I was like, damn, like that's a pretty valid reason to miss work. But then he just like never communicated with anybody all week until Monday. Then he showed up Monday. Damn. So it's like, well, you could have let us know, like if your family member died, but if they're fine and you're just chilling in Whitehorse, like, and I even told him, they have work for you at the shop. Go to the shop. Like if you're fine, your mom's fine, and everything's fine, and you should be working. Wayne just likes to see that you show up. Yeah. You know, so even if you only do a couple hours a day, you're showing up and you're in the loop and you're keeping in touch. Yeah. And to him, that's really important. Yeah. So. That's good. But yeah, you just no show, and he did it multiple weeks, not in a row, but over like 2 months, he missed like over half the work time because of it. Yeah. Or around quite a bit though. Yeah. And he got laid off. I don't know if anybody else did, but I'm assuming like the CarMax guys may have gotten laid off.
Those guys, I don't think they would be. No, I don't think so, because I think they need to have. I think that was part of the deal, is to have local hired.
For the whole job. Yeah. Oh, okay.
To have local. That makes sense. And speaking of, on the same kind of different note, have you had your
kind of different note? Okay.
Have you had your blueprint? I mean, the blueprint, but blue book signed. So almost the same note, but
I have no fucking clue. I got it and I like broke it immediately.
Damn.
Like the thing was made so cheap. Like the pages, the coil that holds all the pages together. You know, it's like shitty plastic overlap with the backing. Yeah. Well, one of them wasn't through all the pages. Yeah. So I was just like feeding it through the pages, and then it just broke. Damn. And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" It's only the bottom of the coil. Yeah. But it's in a position where it can like unwind or come off. Yeah, that's true. And I'm like, damn.
It's made of plastic.
Yeah, and I was like, it's so cheap. It's like thin, stiff plastic and easily crackable. Yeah. Like, fucking shit.
Yeah, so I was asking you because I wanted to know.
If no, I haven't had nothing signed. But Wayne basically said to me, he's like, anything you need, just call. Yeah. Like, you need me to sign things for you, say that you have this many hours. Do you need to fudge anything? Just let me know, basically. That's good. And I was like, oh, well, thank you. I don't think I will need that. Yeah. I'm in a pretty decent position in terms of going to the school, because I have all the hours. There shouldn't be any issues at all.
See, with I want to make mine signed, you know, like as soon as possible.
I think when you finish the school,
they have to.
They will, like the instructor can, like John can.
Yeah, he will. But I mean, for our hours at work, because I think Wayne has the record.
He has the record, yeah.
Yeah. It'd be sweet to have it, you know, just for your assurance. Because what if shit goes to hell You know, you never know, right? Say, at least you have it all your hours written down already.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Even Fletcher told me.
Yeah.
Fletcher told me, he's like, you need anything signed, like anything
Have
goes
it
wrong
done.
with Wayne, I'll sign for you. That you have this many hours.
Right. Yeah.
And I was like, cool. Like I appreciate that because he is in a position where he can sign for us.
Yeah. Just good. It's
Because
better.
he's been there to see us do the work.
Yeah.
So he is also a valid person that can sign, and he's certified. But the other thing too is like we didn't work for him and whatnot. That might raise some red flags. But I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Government can't know everything, can they?
Yeah. Fuck, man.
They do a good job at trying.
Yeah.
But it's whatever, right?
Yeah. No, just get it signed.
And that being said, yeah, like having it signed would be nice, especially too if anything, like if Wayne passes away.
Yeah, that's one of the
Another thing,
you know.
like 'cause he's getting older.
Yeah.
Because if he hadn't already signed anything previously, it's like down to Bev and Mike.
Yeah.
Mike is also, I think, in a position where he could sign, but he might not. He might, you know what I mean? He might be like, you should find a job where.
Yeah, man, I would fucking slap his head
if
if he does that.
his bald head.
Yeah. It's fucking, man.
He might. He could. Like, I don't, not in a bad way. He just might feel like he wasn't our employer.
Yeah.
It's not him.
Damn
up to
it,
him.
man. I'll be fucking pissed.
But we have Fletcher. Fletcher's the
Yeah. Vegetable, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, no, it's better to have it like all up to date in case shit goes well. Because what happens is if you're working for somebody and then all of a sudden you guys are not good conditions anymore,
Mm-hmm.
and all the hours you
hopefully
work for him,
You take the right steps to not
Yeah.
end up in that position.
for sure, you like that's the
Even
that's
if you
the
have to stop working there.
yeah, that's the thing,
Yeah.
right? Is you could always do that, but then at the same time, it's never guaranteed. So
Yeah.
that's one way to guarantee your hours is to have it up to date all the time. You know, that's
Yeah.
that's my goal is. Because you never really know, right? They could get into accident. There's too many contingencies
Yeah.
where they could get to work, they could get to hurt, out or or at work, out
Yeah.
or out of work. And they could also just be for some reason dislike you.
That could be
Yeah.
it. Especially if you work some shitty place.
That's right.
I was gonna say what I'd like to do is like get to a position with this job where I have enough money coming in on the side
Mhm.
that I could take time off work
Mhm.
and do something different.
Yeah.
And like have a job. It'd be super sick to have like an online job that I'm like I learn a skill and I'm good at doing something online.
Mhm.
I'm not a huge fan of the idea of like e-commerce, like selling and making ads.
Yeah.
And, like drop shipping, like sending things
Yeah.
to people from a different location,
Mhm.
or like to Amazon and then to them. It's
Yeah.
like it's like okay of an idea if I could like just pay someone to do it for me.
Mm.
But I'm not in a position where I want to just start hiring people to do work because then for them, what a lot of people have asked me this too. It's like, why would I do this work for you
I could do it for me.
if I could do it for me?
Yeah.
If I could just find people to do it for.
Sure.
And I'm like, well, because in one hand, I've kind of gone out of the way and I've built a customer base for the work that I do.
Yeah.
You know, like I have regulars that I work for, and they always call me now for this kind of work.
Yeah.
Which means I've kind of monopolized in their priority, you know,
Yeah.
for these people. And also people talk, you know.
Yeah.
I get referred by people to people and whatnot.
Yeah.
But like, it's just like, I don't know. It's whatever. But that kind of work for me is not. I don't really want to do that. But if there was something I could do online, like I'd love to get into programming, but that for me is a way bigger bite that I can chew.
Mm.
Like in terms of, I don't want to spend eternity learning it,
Yeah.
so I want to learn it quickly.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't want to take years and years and years.
Yeah.
And then like, what is it? Well, you know what I mean. I don't want to end up like that,
Yeah.
and I can't really having a.
So that's something you don't really want to make a career out of.
Yeah, yeah. Like I'd like to just for fun. If I can use it to make money, that'd be cool. But like,
Yeah. Sure.
I've been looking online a lot of things. Almost every single thing is like a get rich quick scheme.
Sure.
You know, I got into one. It was kind of interesting. It made sense and it had potential as a way to make money.
Mhm.
Because basically, like if you make all these accounts in these different websites, you are then able to open YouTube, and for the YouTube videos that you watch, you
Yeah.
can make money. And,
Yeah.
and if you like write reviews and stuff, not like in the comments, but you in the app or whatever in the
Yeah.
website, like, oh, that's kind of cool. But that's not the way it works. It's like you get X amount of points for X amount of hours, which is like, okay, cool. So you know what I did? I just left my phone turned on, plugged in, turned off my auto delay or timer for the turn off the screen.
Yeah.
Just turned it off so it wouldn't turn off.
Yeah.
Kept it going for like a few hours. I was like, oh, cool. I got 200 points. And it was like $1 per 100 points. So I had $2 and I had running for 2 hours.
Nice.
And I'm like, wow, this thing makes, because in the advertising for it, it was like $5 per ad, between 5 and 30 per ad. But it was like $2 for 2 hours of constant screen going. And I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, and if I didn't have an unlimited internet plan, it'd go way over my internet. And I'd only make like what? Like $3 for the whole month?
Yeah.
Like, all right, maybe, I don't know, how many hours can you fucking leave it going? Like, all month?
Yeah.
How many fucking videos could you watch? How many hours of video could you watch and make money on? Like, is it in your internet bill? Like, how will that be? It's probably not even worth it at that point. So I was thinking, like, if it was legit and I could just like leave it running and watch, and even, you know, and watch it.
Yeah.
Some of it if it's interesting.
Once in a while, perhaps.
The autoplay was just a bunch of like ads, basically, nonstop ads. So I was like, yeah, this is kind of shitty. Sometimes it'd be cool to be like, this is how I knit this, and there would be like a whole ass video of them knitting a sock or something.
Yeah. Yeah. This is definitely a bunch of get rich.
Yeah, get rich quick.
Yeah. Scheme.
They are scams. And then I have to go and like unsubscribe from all these different websites.
Yeah.
And remove my account. And that's like, fuck. Like, that ended up being a lot of fucking work.
Yeah.
And before they let you do it, they make you watch like, hi, my name is so-and-so, and I really got tired of my 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And this is the steps that I took. Yeah. My friend and I, who's really rich and I'm really rich, we started a campaign, and what we wanted to do was help people make money just like we did.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And then, so all you have to do is you have to download this, and you go to this, and it'll show the cursor on the computer. And this is what you'll do. You'll click on here, you make an account with this, and then all you got to do is just open YouTube, and you can get to watch YouTube. And it wasn't really like that. It wasn't like that at all. Yeah. But it was like, you had to watch like 2 45-minute videos. Yeah. And you couldn't just skip through them. You had to like watch, they had to play, and at the end of it, you have to click next. Yeah. Otherwise, you couldn't save and get back to that position. Yeah.
Have I ever told you I tried doing day trading and all that stuff?
Yes, you have.
Yeah. And I was also part of a multi-level marketing company, and where we have a bunch of shit going on up here. And we were able to like accumulate like around 40, 50 people. We would meet up. We would rent out Airbnbs out here. We would rent out Airbnbs and we have actually fly people from Toronto to here to, do some coaching.
What was the program?
It's it's basically like, so we're in a day trading program, right? We're all in this part of this group, a day trading group that would trade and have a group chat, and would give people signal when the right time to turn to bid and to enter the market.
Yep.
And so basically that's it. And then what they would do
is like, did one of your friends like own a house?
No, we would rent it out.
Like rent your rental out?
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. I've considered that. Like, is that a doable thing?
No,
Can you rent out a rental that you're
already no.
No, how did you?
No, we weren't into it. We weren't into the Airbnb thing. So we were just renting Airbnbs for ourselves to stay in.
Oh.
Yeah. We weren't into the renting the Airbnb.
I see what you mean.
So that's when we would all gather up in the same house and do trading all night and just do trades and then have fun, drink.
How much money would you make?
There's a thing. We would make money, but it's never guaranteed, man. That's the thing. So I'm gonna make it clear. So we do day trading, right? And then we are associated with like a multi-level marketing, which would teach people how to trade. And so what people have to do is register to that training program, and that's how we would get commission. But then it's unsustainable because people need to be a constant member. So that means they'll have to pay monthly, which is stupid because you don't need monthly to learn all the skill that would be repeated to you, right? So it's really unsustainable and it's too expensive. So it's like, it was a hype. Yeah, you have to have it in hype, and you have to be on top of the trend. So it's like a fad. Like, so you make it hype, and people get into it.
And then
But you
make
want to be
money.
the one to be you want to be the first few people that gets into it. Otherwise, you're losing. Yeah, because you're at the bottom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if the harder at the bottom is, the better it is for you at the top.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like a pyramid almost scheme,
Yeah.
but it's not. Maybe somehow it's legal because of they're offering you a substance, which is an education. If they're not making you, they're not selling you anything, just a promise that your money would double up or you would get money from it.
Right.
Then it would be considered a pyramid scheme, right? So we were into that, and dude, I hated it. Now, like thinking back about it,
Is it still going?
it's not going anymore.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's done. It was prior to me being a firefighter, and I was still a security guard, and I was into that because of the pandemic, right? I was looking up some stuff, and then
I'm really curious though, like the skills that you learned.
Yeah.
You could probably learn just by doing videos online.
yes,
The only thing is like my devotion to doing it every day.
Yeah.
And then also like having the extra funds.
Yeah.
Like for example, I've only got a couple hundred invested and it has gone up.
Mhm.
Like if I just took that and played with it,
Mhm.
like how big could I make it? How fast could I do that?
Mhm.
You know?
and for me personally, I didn't like it. You know, like I
Doing it?
enjoyed it during the hype because you were making money, you were making connection, you were having parties. You know what I mean? But then, if you really think about it, I lost more than I made, except the experience and the knowledge that I gained.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it also makes you look bad somehow because people didn't make anything, and you were at the top of it, right?
And you were still profiting.
And then they didn't make anything. They lost more than same with you, but you probably lost more.
Mhm.
But then you were at the top of it, so then you feel bad for everything. You know what I mean?
like everyone's failing and that's kind of your fault.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I was the top of it. You know, I was one of the few that did it. And we were out going to people's houses, kind of making a sales pitch, you know what I mean? And making them register to this.
How many people would do it?
Huh?
How many people did it?
We made it, like I told you, like
up to 50.
close to like 40, like something around 40 mark.
Okay.
And
yeah.
a bunch of them. And then we would meet up just to trade, have this hype, have it recorded, posting our stories. It's a hype game, you know? But then at that time, I didn't know that.
Right.
You know, because that was me just starting with it, just waking up to the
And you're
world.
just doing what? Yeah.
Yeah,
you're
you know,
all
it's like,
there.
okay. And I was doing it with purpose because I didn't see it as I see it now. And when I'm dedicated to something, I'm full heart out on it, you know?
For
so I
me-
was with it with that.
For me to like sell, like honestly, like because Jen tried doing like the Arbonne thing, and like she is a member of it, but she could do things to make money doing it.
Yeah.
Basically, we just get free stuff once in a while, promo,
Right.
and she gets discount on
Yeah.
things. But like, if she wanted to, she could convince other people to try and sell Arbonne as well.
Yeah.
And then she could like organize parties and show people and train people
Yeah.
and do it for her basically.
That's kind of like a multi-level marketing. That's
Yeah.
what they do basically.
But for her, it was just like, it wasn't really a passion for her. And she was just happy to have a discount at the end of it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's fair. And it's good quality products,
Right.
from what I understand.
Yeah.
But the, and she looked into another one, Tupperware, like selling containers,
Okay.
plastic containers, basically. Well, Tupperware is like it's like a hype name brand.
Yeah.
Thing, basically, that is very popular. But you can only buy Tupperware from a Tupperware person.
Mhm.
And every person you have selling Tupperware beneath you, for you,
Yeah.
you make money off their sales.
Yeah.
Kind of like Arbonne.
Yeah.
But it's like, and once you get to a certain amount on both of them, they'll actually pay you an X amount. Like the Arbonne, it's literally if you can make like, if you have enough people doing it for you that you can make a full wage doing it.
Mm.
I think it's like if you make over $1,000 a month or 2,000, 3,000 a week, like 1,000 a week, 4,000 a month, something like that. If it's something like that, then you can get like, they'll tell you like, okay, what kind of Mercedes do you like?
Hmm.
And you have to pick any type of Mercedes. It has to be white.
Hmm.
And they'll do, okay, go through the process. And then, okay, what's your financing cost or lease cost? And they'll like send you the lease amount per month
Mhm.
and insurance. So they like, it's in your name, but they're paying you monthly for it to
Mhm.
have it. But you have to maintain your
Yeah.
status. You
Yeah.
have to maintain, but they'll give you a free fucking Mercedes.
Yeah.
It just has to be white.
Yeah.
And like, they'll pay you for it. to do it, and then you'll make your regular money doing it as well.
Yeah.
And there's this one lady that was doing that in Whitehorse, and her husband was a power line electrician.
Yeah.
And he was making bank too, so they're both like rich, and this really big house, nice big property. I was like, damn, like that makes me want to do it.
Yeah.
But like honestly, if I was to sell it to people, I'd be like, yeah, I got some containers here.
Yeah.
We had like 2 days in a row. Yeah. Part of the homework was to like make a dish and use a Tupperware to bring it in. And then everyone gets to go around testing the different cooked items. There's recipes and stuff, and how to use Tupperware and how to clean it. But it was just like, wow.
Yeah.
If it was me, I'd be like, the Tupperware, this is containers. If you want to buy it, you buy it. It helps me.
It has to be a certain type of personality. There's some people that would enjoy it. Yeah, same with me. That's what I discovered.
Like, I would have no heart behind it.
Yeah, same. That's what I did.
And that's what I tell them, like, this is a scam.
Yeah. That's what I did, dude. It's like I did something that I have no passion of doing. But I don't know, because I was hyped, it was part of the hype, and I later discovered that I have no passion for it. It's like that's not what I want to do. I'm not about meeting new people every day and explaining how much money I'm making from this product, even though sometimes you're not really making anything. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck, what do I want to do? I don't want to fucking do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're doing it only for the mere reason you're doing it is for the money. So it's like you're doing something for the money alone.
Yeah.
And it's like you're selling your soul for money.
Yeah.
Because that's not what you want to do, but you do it just to earn something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when I learned about that and realized that, I knew it was unsustainable, and I had to stop.
Yeah. That's fair.
It just sucks because, it doesn't suck. It's like it's part of the experience. Because I wouldn't be me without having to experience that. Having gone through that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean.
And you learn. That's the thing.
To each their own in regards to that. So, like, it is interesting stuff. It'd be cool if it was, sustainable.
Yeah.
But since it's not.
No.
And the situation that it is, it's not really. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And people get into it, and then they get kind of fucked.
Yeah.
And then people above are profiting off of it.
Yeah.
But like for me, like I wouldn't mind like I tried doing like on Etsy, like show some of my projects that I've made, like handmade projects. Been like Yukon made, whatever. And then I'll literally have like 10 views in a month and 0 people making an order.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn.
Which is fair.
Which is fair.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the thing.
And I'm only making like $10 an hour, $10 to $20 an hour doing it, making them. If I sell them for the price I'm selling them at, which is like slightly higher than others.
Right.
I'm like, damn.
That kind of making of money, that kind of way of making money is good. Like you're doing your hard-earned product, you're selling it at the price you think it's valuable.
In order to profit, you need to like start a sweatshop. Like I need to like have a bunch of people doing it for me. To make a bunch of them. Yeah. And also have a customer base of people that will buy them.
Yeah.
And consistently. I was actually thinking about it before Christmas. I was actually looking into getting a 3D printer. I was thinking, how cool would it be to like 3D print some molds of things?
Yeah.
And then like use like I could make like candle wax molds.
Yeah.
Like just melt the wax and pour it in and put a string in. You could sell them. There's like a company that sells candles, and it's like a lottery ticket. You buy the candle. There'll be anywhere from a $10 piece of jewelry in there in the candle to $500 piece of jewelry, and say each one's like $50. So if the average of them is $10 and you're buying them for $50, it's like, or maybe like there's like maybe it's $100 per jar.
Yeah,
I don't know, but basically you have a chance of winning jewelry at a minimum price. It's like, oh, even though I'm spending $50 or $100 for this. If I only get a $10 ring, like that's $10 back if I ever sell the ring. And you can win between 10 and 500 or 1,000. So it's kind of like so they can make more money by selling more of them. You know what I mean? Because people like to do the gamble.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about getting ice caps, parched.
What's that?
I'm thinking about going to Timmy's and getting ice caps.
Yeah.
I'm parched.
Let's also wrap it up soon.
Yeah, okay. Well, we can go do that and park somewhere near your place and wrap it up.
Yeah.
Getting pretty late.
because I gotta wake up a bit early. And I would like tomorrow to do something.
No, fuck.
Yeah.
Study.
Yeah, no. Fuck no. Probably not.
Probably not. Probably not me either. I was supposed to do some work tomorrow. Hey,
Right.
like I could go painting. But I was asked to run Zoom Boom on the 27th, 28th, and 29th. And I just said, like, okay, I'll check in with you the day before. And he's like, oh, no, I still need you to do it. And I was like, okay, I won't check in with you the day before. And then immediately after that, I was like, well, what time will the guys be starting at? Because that's the only thing I'd really need to know.
Yeah.
On this day, the 27th, what time is everybody I need to run the Zoom Boom for? When are they starting? So I can start like half an hour before them, get the machine going. And he's like, I'll let you know the day before. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And today, well, it's past the day before, and he still hasn't messaged me. So, because I told the guys I was helping painting, I was like, yeah, well, 27, 28, 29th, I'm doing the Zoom Boom. I can come in at night and paint. Just give me the key. And yeah, I've heard nothing from him yet. So I might sleep in and then just go paint and be like, yeah, well, I waited for him to get back to me and he never did, so here I am. Oh, it stops way back here. Forgot.
Yeah, it takes a fucking long time if you
Oh my
pass
gosh.
that.
I was here with Jose a few days ago.
Yeah.
Lights changing just like it is. Lights red for us. Green for us. We start going. I was driving out like this. I fucking almost T-boned somebody running the red light.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's fucked.
I was like, what the fuck? Like, I hit the brakes. I slowed right down. This car is in the farther lane, just putting by, not a care in the world. And then I like right about here, I slowly passed them. I'm like looking in their vehicle. They have tinted windows too. It was like a Nissan Sentra 2000s car, like a small, typical sedan car. Looked like a bunch of teenagers. One of them was wearing a really big hat.
Yeah,
Like a goofy, big ass hat.
that is really fucked.
And I was like, what the hell? Like, and then I slowly passed them, and then they're a bit behind me. And then we got down here to the lights. Before the lights, like the light turned red on us. So I just like slowly rolled up to it, whatever. And they were behind me, going much slower than me. And then at the last second, they cut and turned behind me into the turning lane. Like I was already stopped, and they rolled up right close to my vehicle. And then they turned behind my vehicle and they went that lane. And then when the light changed, they turned.
Yeah.
But I was like, what the fuck?
So they're living in a Fast and the Furious life.
I guess so.
But yeah, no. When you were talking about T-boning somebody there, it almost happened to us too. But this time, midday, and semi truck.
Like you almost hit, they almost hit you.
Yeah, ran a red light down the hill.
Holy fuck!
And it was Erica that was driving. And good thing she was the one driving because she usually wait a second or two after the lights turn into green before she gets going. And she doesn't really get going that fast as I would. And good thing she was the one driving, because if it was me, I'd just went, as the traffic light turns green and be faster, and then that truck would have hit me. So it was like, that was like kind of like an eye opening for her, because she was the one driving. She's like, what the fuck, Yeah.
I
was like, yeah. So that's
truck
why.
driver, you gotta do what you gotta do. Like unless you're gonna be there all day.
What do you mean?
As a truck driver doing that, pulling through the red.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes like they're in a position where they like literally can't make it through.
Yeah.
In the time that they need to, and maybe they've already been waiting a long time. And in their mind, they're kind of like, well, I'm a big ass truck.
Yeah. Who's gonna fuck with me?
Well, it's not aggressive. It's just like, I need to get through it. I'm a big ass truck. People are gonna see me.
Yeah.
That's kind of like their idea. But of course, with any vehicle, you're supposed to
but with this one, it's like at least 2-3 seconds delayed off the,
Like you already had a green light.
Yeah, like we were actually almost midway before the turn, and he just barely made it. Like he made, without hitting anybody. And I was assuming that he was actually going fast prior, and he just couldn't make it with the brakes that he has, because it's also downhill.
Right.
And so I was like, yeah. I was trying to make a reasonable
argument for him.
Playing the devil's advocate. I wasn't being stupid.
No, he was. Yeah.
Not saying that he was.
Yeah. Did you want ice cap?
No.
Oh, I'll buy you an ice cap. I want you to be awake all night.
What's that?
I want you to be awake all night.
Oh, fuck.
If I get my fucking wallet out of my pocket.
Yeah, no, I'll probably go with the drink.
Okay.
Thanks, though.
Look, can I get a medium ice cap? That's it. Thanks. Grab ahead.
At least they don't ask you for any points.
I'm like about to order. You're doing points? No. Okay, give me a minute. Give me a sec.
You're not a loyal customer.
I guess not. Fuck.
You don't. Your time isn't as valuable.
I get the non clientele
exactly
treatment.
Yeah, as valuable as others.
Guess not.
Lucky guys.
Oh, maybe is that light changing? It is changing. That's the light we're looking at.
Yeah.
Shipyards.
There you go.
Hello. On debit. Thank you.
Nice.
Oh, I meant to toss that. Oh no.
Oh no.
There's just stuff in my cup holder. You hear the price of that?
No. What's that?
You hear the price?
How much?
$4.20.
$4.20 for large or medium?
Medium.
Damn. That's expensive.
I mean, expensive, but lol, $4.20.
Oh, fuck. I didn't know that's what you were referring to. I focus on the price, the actual price for it being a medium. Damn. Yeah.
I like started smiling when she said it.
I didn't catch it. No, I'm too high off of it to recognize.
I see. For a moment, I was like, is it people?
The people's.
What's it called? Like stuff. The fire hydrants there. Actually, no. I will turn here. I was thinking, should I go through the light? I prefer the light. I'm like, wait, nobody has the light right now.
No.
Fucking mic. Just dropping it all over the place. Well, where nearby would you be interested in parking? Black Street Stairs?
Sure. Let's go there for a bit.
Yeah, I'm at a point, like, 'cause in the morning I don't have to be up. Plus, I only usually get limited hours of sleep anyways. If there's a good chance, I have no idea where the land is. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Rev by and honk the horns. Actually, no, park over here and then walk over and start checking doors.
Yeah. Be suspicious.
Cops are just like right around the corner.
Well, hopefully they didn't try to open my vehicle.
Probably did.
Motherfuckers.
Were they in the back or the front?
They were at the front there. Those fuckers, man.
Fuckers.
I don't think they get as bad of a punishment. Unless
say that again?
I don't think they get as bad of a punishment because they're pretty apparent, you know, for being in such a small town. You know, it's like it should be easy to like have people talk and have them pointed out, but somehow it's still apparent, So maybe they don't get as bad of a punishment for it.
Probably not. Like if they do get caught.
Yeah. Because people would be a bit scared, especially this being like small as this,
Yeah. Oh my god, fucking roundabouts, man.
I thought you had your winter tires on, man. Apparently you don't.
No.
Right, because your winter tires are
in that fucking sea can behind my buddy's all my shit, all this shit.
Right, and they're in what do you call this? A steel rim. Right.
Yes, and they're smaller and they're meatier tires, like smaller rim, bigger meat on the tire.
Yeah.
And then way more winter tread.
Yes. You're not planning to switch them into winter tires anymore?
I might not. Yeah. At this point.
At this point, man, you're like midway there.
If I notice I'm slipping and sliding on the road and getting fucked up, I'll put winter tires on.
Yeah. And plus, you're not really going out of the highway.
I'm really not. And honestly, the highway is not that dangerous of a place. Remember that time when we were here on mushrooms? And a cop pulled us over?
Here?
I was on mushrooms, actually. I don't think you were. I met EC for the first time.
Right.
A cop pulled us over here.
Right, yeah, we were walking. Yeah. Yes, I do remember.
I realized my lights weren't on, but my headlights were on.
Yeah.
So my backlights would have been on too.
Yeah.
Just my low beams weren't on. You know what I mean? It was like daytime lights.
So
when I stopped, put in park lights, all shut off.
But you had your headlights on all the time.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably wasn't illegal. I think it's an automatic thing.
Yeah.
Even though it's not on auto.
Yeah.
I have a certain amount.
That's cool, man. It's like overriding itself.
Yeah, because If I didn't have my lights on and I was driving, I would have been pulled over.
Yes.
For sure. Yeah. That time, that was so funny. And then the cop, what he had said, it was like, there's a guy who has dementia, Alzheimer's
Yeah, the old guy.
patient
Yeah.
nearby, and he escaped, and all he's wearing is like a robe
Yeah.
or like a towel.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. And we were up there too.
We went all the way up there.
Yeah.
And the wind whistling to me sounded like somebody howling, like yelling,
Yeah.
like an old man yelling.
Right.
I was thinking, because I was just overthinking it probably, but I was like, holy fuck, but what if there is an old man yelling? Not like up there,
Yeah.
but like when you're down here and you holler, it
Mm.
echoes up there.
Yeah.
Like the way the sound works. I was thinking about it, I'm like, what if we go up there and we can like see the guy like
Yeah.
walking down the road or something?
Mm-hmm.
Because if he did, he'd be like fucking, it was cold. It was like -20 or colder.
Yeah, we were up. I remember being up here. The moment I remember being up here was that year when I was trading, and I had those guys from Toronto come up here. I mean, yeah, come up here, and a bunch of us were here.
Yeah.
And then we went here with the Northern Lights, and then we could see the actual Northern Lights overlooking the mountains. And we went up there to have a better view of the Northern Lights. It was fun, man, because when we were doing that thing and we would gather up to trade, we would rent out Airbnbs, like I mentioned before, and then we would go out here at night, do some ghost hunting. You know that house beside the
Yep.
sushi? I mean the Sakura Sushi.
Okay, yeah.
There used to be a haunted house there, abandoned house, and we went in there. You know what I mean? Just so just because we had nothing to do. And then we went to the cemetery and played Ouija board there. Fucking 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's fucked,
Dude.
man.
But there's a bunch of us. It was like it's fun. You know what I mean?
It would have been fun. But
Yeah, it is so
fucked up.
fun. Like it's just being. But we weren't young as I'd like to say. Like we were in our 20s when this happened.
You were a young adult.
Young adult, yes.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
yeah,
that's whack.
yeah. And then
Cool. Interesting. Good first story.
yeah, an experience.
And
You know?
experience. Yeah, like because you learned day trading, like how trading works.
Yeah.
I saw a little video that's pretty interesting that just showed how the trends work, like the shape of the trend
Yeah,
and what that is likely to mean.
Yeah.
But I'm like, fuck. I don't have enough money to
and it's like very
Or time.
time consuming.
and time.
Yeah.
Because it's like I can probably only do a couple trades every couple hours,
Yeah,
2 or 3 trades every couple hours, and I can't watch it constantly.
and there's no point really. If you want, I mean, the only point is
If I already had 100
in and out quickly.
yeah. If I had 100K in it already, investing, I'd be like, fuck yeah, I'll just trade bits of this every day.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't even have to have the amount. You can have leverages from brokers. Have it the trade like
Leverage against what?
you can average
House.
to like 1 to 50, 10 to 1.
How so? Do they need your credit score?
No, nothing.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And how does that work?
do
Do you give them money or
you give them money and then you trade in via them, like through them. My girl is messaging me now.
cops are there now?
Yeah,
She angry.
she angry.
What's she angry for?
Uida. No, because what time it
We're out
is?
late.
Yeah.
Oh, just go
Because
to
I gotta
sleep.
wake up really early to do something. So that's
Just go to bed. Baby girl, just sleep. Don't
Yeah.
worry about me.
make my sandwich.
Make me a sandwich. Yeah, I'll be home in this much time. 1 hour from now.
Yeah.
Make me a
Send me a
sandwich.
sandwich. Yeah, I always tell that joke, like just fuck around, being being like that, and then she'd get mad a little bit,
Mhm.
It's like, what the fuck? She doesn't like it.
That's funny.
Come on, make me a sandwich.
Well, you want to hit her back then?
Yeah, let's call her.
She's angry.
Yeah.
Already. So that was fun.
Yeah.
Did a little bit of drifting. Had good chat.
Yeah.
Drove around town aimlessly. Saw a lot of police.
There you go.
Nothing extreme happened, unfortunately. I like
we
when
got stuck.
we got stuck. To me, that's not that extreme.
No, it's not extreme, but it would have been fun if we didn't stop recording. Then, it's like,
We should have.
Yeah.
We should have set up the tripod and me
Yeah.
trying to get out. I was just worried
Yeah.
if we set the tripod up, the path my truck would take to get out of there.
Yeah. Not even that. Just have the recording, this, and maybe have the vehicle, the camera still turned on, But it's, it's over
Yeah.
now,
It didn't take too long.
Yeah.
Anyways.
and there's not really that much of a action
Just
happened
me shoveling
during
and
that time.
you
Yeah.
jumping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like thinking, because I've gotten unstuck doing that before, having somebody in the box bouncing the box up in it, just to add weight to the back tires.
Yeah.
But I kind of noticed that I was actually getting like worse off. Like I would get going, and then your balance kind of felt like it would throw the truck off.
Mm.
So I kind of felt like maybe if you weren't bouncing, but I had a better path to drive on.
Yeah.
And once I got more on the road, because I kind of felt it as we were going, I was like, ooh, this is getting deeper. And I'm like being pushed around by the, what's it called? I was being pushed around by the road, like the tracks on the road previous.
Mm.
And I was thinking, I'm like, damn. And it was like a little bit packed. So it was like a little bit packed. So if I was going fast, I'd stay on top of it. But if I stopped, I would sink. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my tires, if they weren't rolling, they wouldn't stay on top. They would just like kind of sink.
Yeah.
What's the legal way for me to get to your place now?
The legal what?
A legal way to get into your driveway.
There's no legal way. Just go. You just do it.
I will do it.
Yeah.
Just fucking do a huge drift. No, I wouldn't do that downtown. Ugh, holy fuck! I gotta clean this fucking road.
Yeah, it's within the city, man. It should.
Yeah.
Okay, our tax money go there. Oh well, I'm gonna take this mic off before I take it home with me.
Yeah, fair. Well, thank you. Thank you for coming.
All right,
I had fun.
there you go. Me as well, man. Appreciate the
We'll
drive.
do it again sometime.
Sure.
Yeah,
Signing out.
Signing out.
Bye bye. Peace.
Peace.